So we're back here at CX Stadium. This is the women's 20s. Northern New South Wales Bears from the Tamworth region taking on the ACT Cougars. And we're just into the first 20 seconds of this clash. And as you can see, the Bears are about 10 metres out from the Cougars line, looking for first point of the match. And the tag comes here in the middle of the field as Green now sends it away to the left-hand side of the field. They're looking for the gap. And with the football there was Ingram, but the ball comes back away now to the Cougars here, and they come off their own goal line here. And in the commentary box for this session here at Coffs Harbour International Stadium, it's a very good morning to Amy Spence, who will take us through this match. Amy, morning to you.
Morning, Pete. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
It's a pretty exciting game for the ACT Cougars. There's quite a few girls here that have been playing since under 11, so they're coming up through the senior ranks now, and it's really exciting for them.
There goes the kick downfield off the boot of Banks. The referee has called it back here. Had an opportunity to speak to a lot of the Cougars side before this clash. They're primed and prepped. They're very confident within their own squad for a huge performance here today. Likewise, the Northern New South Wales Bears, they know that they're going to be fair competition in this clash. It's the cream of the crop here on finals day. And here they come again, the Bears. It's been all them as far as the pendulum is concerned. There's a chance to come out wide and score the first try. And Sophie Barr, she does exactly that. So they've been able to open their account after only 3 minutes here, Amy.
Yeah, wow, that definitely opened up a bit of the defence for the ACT Cougars just in that marker area there. They spread the ball nice and wide. That looked really good.
So this is it on the Manshake replay. It was great vision here. Look at that, the big show and go there from Brodie Ingram. And away goes Sophie Barr. And she made it look simple in the end. So the New South Wales Bears here are tagged 15 metres on their own side of halfway, looking to probe the gap again at every opportunity. But they're tagged just short of the halfway line by a couple of metres here. So a fantastic start for the Bears. The whole of Tamworth watching our production here right across the world. Welcome to finals football, finals Oztag, coming out of the CX International Stadium here on the beautiful Coffs Harbour Peninsula. There goes the kick downfield. Annie Ward is with possession in hand, and she's tagged here. 20 metres in from her own end of the field. Comes back there now to one of two twins out here this afternoon, Amy. Tani and Christy Modgar. Fantastic combination. Look for those two here this afternoon. There goes the kick along the carpet. The ball angling towards the touchline, but they cut it off quite nicely there. That was Sophie Barr. So this is the halfway line, about to come into shot. We see a penalty here forthcoming to the Bears. So they're not going to muck around, are they? And they just get on with it, and this is Taylor Holcomb. So we speak about the pendulum. Well, it's been all the Bears in attack so far. This is Abby Schmidl. Takes the tackle here, takes the tag, working to the middle of the field. Now it comes back to Martin. Martin, they work the right-hand side. They've had success earlier on this way. And Barr's with the ball again and tagged. About 11 metres out now from the Cougars line. Bears leading by 1-0 here as they spin it out to the left. But it's all come unstuck out there, Amy. About 5 metres in from touch.
Yeah, the ACT Cougars have got a bit of work to get out of their red zone now. Great run there by Annie. They'll be looking for an early kick, I'm sure.
So let's see if they can apply the pressure in attack. The Cougars now trying desperately to come outside their own end of the field. They're 10 metres short of halfway. Slowinski's with the ball. Rolls it back quickly. There goes the kick off the boot now of Kemp. Not much distance off the kick, was it?
No, not much. Needed to really get into that bottom corner there and hold them there with their defence.
So Barr again. What an opening stanza for her. Picked up the first try of the match. She's been involved in a lot of the attack when it comes to our commentary side, that is for sure. And they're tagged here about 20 metres out from the Cougars line here on finals day of the Australian Oztag Senior Championships. They try to exploit a gap down the far touchline, but Bayliss is tagged. So this is the last tackle now. What are they going to do? There goes the little kick. Can they regather? They can, but unfortunately they can't hold on to it there, Amy. So what about this? They've certainly had their opportunities in attack, haven't they, the Bears?
They sure have. They've had plenty of ball in attack. The Cougars have done quite well, I guess, to hold them out at this point, but it would be really good to see the Cougars work out of this red zone and get up and have a bit of ball in attack as well for them.
This is Hayley Kemp. There's space out here to the edge. Not forthcoming. They couldn't get away there from Hardcastle.
Yeah.
Lovely ball there, wasn't it? On the back, on the inside. There's a break being made. Up over the halfway line they run. Tremendous run there by Maria Pansis. Now to Banks. She puts one towards the end goal area. Awkward bounce for the Cougars. Cleared up there by the Bears, right on their own in goal area. Now they're looking to turn defence into attack, and they're coming outside the 30-metre line, just short of halfway. So a real quick start to this match. We expected it from the youthfulness of these ladies going around here on finals day. There goes the kick downtown. The ball may go over the goal line. And of course we know that the try line is the dead ball line here in Oztag.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a benefit kicking it over there. The Cougars will get 7 tags to work their way out again.
What's your thoughts of the first 10 minutes of this match?
Yeah, it's a bit exciting. Look, it's definitely possession-wise, it's a bit dominant to one team. But, you know, both teams are showing a bit of skill. It'd be good to see a bit more in attack with the ACT Cougars.
So Monga, as I mentioned, one of 2 sisters out here today, the twins, Tanya and Christy, doing great things at the Cougars, using this as a pathway to bigger and brighter prospects down the track. As I mentioned, had a chat to the sisters prior to kick-off, and they would like ultimately to play for the Jillaroos in the Rugby League. Down the track, that is their plan going forward. And going forward now, this is Sophie Hardcastle. They're approaching the halfway line here, and that is Shamidal. Takes the tag just short of halfway. Under overcast skies here at CX Stadium here on Coffs Harbour. A lot of rain in the last 24 hours here. We've had more than 20 millimetres in the last 24 hours, but kudos to the drainage and the curator here at the stadium. A little bit damp underneath. Look for a fast pace afternoon of Oztag here.
Bit of pressure on that kick there. Went too high.
It's great to see that the World Cup is coming to Coffs next year. There's the crowd looking on. All of the friends from the girls out here today have travelled up from Canberra, and of course across from Tamworth to join their friends and family here playing in the Oztag Championships. The football now at Slowinski. Tries to probe a gap, but the gap closed just as quick as now. This is Kemp. Well, the boyfriends as well looking on from the crowd. Back to the live action now as we see a gap trying to be made by Slowinski. There goes the kick, but it's got too much oomph on the kick there, Amy.
Yeah, a bit of a shame that it went that deep for the girls. They need to just get that ball out a little bit wider, but Slowinski and Kemp are 2 good ones to keep your eye on.
Nice crowd entering the stadium as well. And it's a great boost, not just for the players to come out here and play in front of a big crowd. I'd say in excess of maybe 2,000-3,000 so far. But a huge boost for the local economy too for an event like this.
Absolutely. Coffs Harbour is just a fantastic area to hold this event all the time. It's really good. You know, you can't get a better venue really.
So here's a chance again. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Little chip and chase. Didn't quite go the way Abby Schmidl expected it. But that's confidence. from Abby Schmidl, taking the ball in her own position and attempting to put on a spectacle here for the 2,000 odd people in here today and the worldwide audience. Welcome to CX Stadium on the Coffs Harbour, in Coffs Harbour. Huge 3-day event. A lot of these players out here today aiming to book a spot, I guess, also in the World Cup next year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I guess, the pinnacle of the sport for most players that come up here. You know, play for your region, but also in hope to get selected for the next level with the Australian teams.
So that's the halfway line in shot. So as far as possession in opposition's half, it's all been the Tamworth Bears here. The Northern New South Wales Bears. Getting it back underway quite quickly as Schmidl works it now to Bayliss. She's tagged, gets it back there now to Schmidl. Over the top it comes now to Knox. Tag falls off, 5 metres in from touch. So applying the pressure again, this is Bayliss. Plays it back. Tiberibury. Away to Schmidl. Schmidl's got the opportunity to get to the football if she collects it. She does. That's the football in her possession. Offloads the pass. And Bar. Only 5 metres away. They're crossing for their second try of the match. Midway through the first half here. Are they about to extend their margin? Oh, Knox. She's gone all the way. 2-0. After 10 minutes of the match.
Oh, yeah, that was a great try. Those Bears outnumbered the Cougars on this right-hand side of the field. They've had a lot of possession, so that was really successful for them.
Let's have a look at the man-shake replay coming up very shortly. But Paris Knox, she made it look so simple in the end. There was nobody within, as we're about to see here on the man-shake replay. Very lengy sort of player. But great mind for Oztag, and they couldn't catch her. She was too classy. 2-0. Back to the live shot here after the recommencement of play.
Really need those Cougars to hold the girls up in this end here so they can get a bit of possession on their attacking line and hopefully put some pressure on the Bears.
So here they go again. Luckily the tag was forthcoming there from the Cougars. Tags fall off. That was Hope Martin out there. Spiraling ball back on the infield from Ingram. Nice tag there from Georgia Treadgold. So they're in the middle of the field here. Options left and right. They come the edge where they've seen success, but unfortunately on that occasion, Bar, she just sees this go into touch.
She does. This is probably a good effort for the Cougars. They really need to keep the ball in their hands for this whole set of 6 and work them to the other end of the field now. Annie Ward, she's a great talented little player. She played in the 17 girls at the Junior Nationals only 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it's good to see her coming through those senior ranks. She's a very good winger.
So there's the pass back on the inside. It was intended to go to Christy Modgar. Modgar now gets it away. There goes the kick. Right down the middle of the field.
Oh.
And unfortunately, straight through the breadbasket.
Yeah, good early kick, caught her off guard, which was excellent. Put a bit of pressure on them now, so we'll hopefully be able to see what the Cougars have in attack.
So real attacking opportunity now. They've had to wait nearly 14 minutes of this first half to be where they are with ball in hand. Let's see if they can come away here with the goods. Slowinski rolls it back. Away now to Kemp. Ball's on the ground. They dive on it, but they've turned it over here, Amy, and the Bears have come up with it 20 metres out from their own goal line.
Yeah, the Cougars are going to have to really work hard in defence here and keep their line together to really keep the Bears up this end and not let them out down towards the try line.
The Bears certainly applying the pressure. Now we see a gap being made by Schmidl. She turns the fullback inside out. Look at her go. She'll score the 3rd try of the match. It's 3-0 after 16 minutes of the first half.
Wow, she's fantastic. The way she ran looked so natural and lots of pace there. That's a hard one for the fullback for the Cougars to really get. One-on-one's very tricky.
She's a class of her own, isn't she, Abby Schmidl? Have a look at this on the man shake replay. It's a beautiful ball there from Brodie Ingram. And Abby Schmidl, she had a bit of work to do. Lovely foot stepping. Look at that. Away they went. Inside the 10. Nobody was going to catch her. And that's the third try in the first 16 minutes of this first half. Athleticism at its best here in the Oztag finals.
It is. The teams will find it a bit challenging towards the end of this half, just keeping the energy levels up, and Cougars definitely need to be working a bit harder to hold the Bears out till the end of this half.
They've certainly got to attempt to get onto the scoreboard to gain their confidence, but the Bears, they're just really grinding it out and sticking it to the opposition so far, and this is Sakalos. And Kayla is tagged here. So opportunity again, not gone. This is Kemp. And Haley rolls it back. Advancing it now through the middle. This is Caitlin Pollard. Still searching for first points of the first half here as Kemp finds Banks. Are they about to get it? Pettit. She crosses for the first try for the Cougars. They're on the scoreboard. They needed it, and they've got it.
They did. They really needed that. That was really good work from Kemp there, drawing in two defenders, and it created the overlap out wide. The winger did very well to stay out wide there. Fantastic. Cougars needed that just before the halftime break.
The man shake replay will let us know how this try unfolded. Look at that beautiful spiralling ball there to Banks and Pettit. Well, they don't come much easier than that in the corner.
No, not at all.
We're back underway here. We haven't got long the remaining in the first half here. This is the Australian Oztag Senior Championships as the sun tries to pop its head between the clouds here. They're expecting a few showers throughout the day here in Coffs Harbour, but so far we haven't seen much rain this morning. As I mentioned at the top, a fair bit of rain fell in the last 48 hours, but the ground is in immaculate condition. So 3-1 on the scoreboard.
Big confidence booster for the Cougars there. You can see them making a lot more metres getting out of their red zone, which is excellent. They really need to push up towards that attacking zone and put another try on the board before half-time.
So that came off the knee there of Philpott, Amy, as they continue to bang the ball off the boot now of Francis. She's going to chip and chase. Come off the boot now of Schmidl. Picked up the last try for the Northern New South Wales Bears. They're living up to their jersey at the moment, aren't they? They are red hot.
They are red hot. They're a really great side, the way they move the ball and run really hard.
The tag will have to come off. It's still on her. Now it's finally brought off. And we've seen a penalty here too, Amy. So they're not going to muck around leading into half-time, are they?
Not at all. They're really going to test the Cougars' defence here on the line, and the Cougars really need to work together and move up together to hold them out.
Well, Schmidl gives it away. Working it forward this time, it's Martin. Martin giving it away to Ingram. Tag falls off. So good energy in the first match of the women's 20s here. Wherever you're watching our coverage, I hope you're enjoying the first two clashes here on finals day. The ball this time over the top and into touch.
Oh yeah, that was a scary moment for the Cougars and their defence, but luckily that ball just went out on the side there.
You just sense though, don't you, if the Cougars can get possession and get up the other end, this may not all be over yet. Long way to go in this match. That's Lewinsky. There's the siren in the background as Francis. Will she take the last tag of the first half? And that's exactly what the referee has said. So that's half-time here in the women's 20s. We go to the break with the Bears leading by 3 points to 1.
Yeah, first half was definitely dominated by the Bears there.
Let's have a look at the tries of the first half here on the man shake replay. This was the first one. Look at the beautiful support play. The ball was pivotal. It had to be. And the try scorer going over there was Sophie Barr. And she's pretty proud of her efforts there, wasn't she?
She was. Very well deserved too.
And then it was only a matter of 2 minutes later. An individual effort here from Paris Knox. And she made it look oh so easy again. The Cougars just couldn't scramble across in time. And then it was just the roll forward from there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just gave them that motivation, I think, to keep going. And yeah, they got a few more points on the board.
Now take a look at this. This has to be the try so far of the day for the women's. This was breathtaking to watch. Amy Schmidl striding out. She knew she had to put on the big right foot step. There it was. Timed it to perfection. Inside the 10. Nobody was going to catch her. And over she went for the third try of the morning.
That was a great try. Good team effort. Drew all the defence in.
Well, the Cougars here, they had the first sniff of real possession, didn't they, on the try line of the Bears. And this time they were able to post their first try thanks to Charlotte Pettit. So this promises to go down the wire. Let's see if the Cougars can get a little bit of possession and claw their way back into the contest. What's your first thoughts of the opening half?
Oh, look, it was a dominant possession by the Bears. Hopefully the Cougars can overturn that in this second half here and really put the pressure on them. The Cougars need to get more ball in their hand up in their attacking zone for sure. And this is the start of it here, which will be great for the Cougars.
Perfect start. The ACT Cougars here to be able to receive a penalty and take the tap and charge forward through Ward. They're only 5 metres out from crossing for the first time in the second half. Banks! She's tagged. She thought for a moment she nearly had all the glory. Was that a tiny knock on? He's going to call it back, our referee, Amy.
Yeah, it's those little 1%ers that all count towards these games. The little simple things like the knock-ons, putting your tags on. Bit of a disappointing start for the Cougars, but they'll pick up here. Strong defence.
So Knox again, rolls it back. Schmidl, very electric. Demonstrated again right there. The tag dropped off as Harris rolls it back. Thought for a moment Schmidl might have got the ball. The Green plays it back now to Schmidl. Well, she's a jack of all trades, isn't she? The number one, Abby Schmidl. Not just in attack, not just in defence, but she's also got a good kicking game on her. Probably not the best kick there, but a real superstar.
Absolutely. Still put pressure on the Cougars and got them in not bad field position. So she's a very athletic player.
Definitely one to watch.
Oh, great metres there. Great run there.
It's Tani Mogda. So they're back inside the Bears territory. This is Annie Ward coming blindside. They're coming back now again through the middle. That's Sakalos. Plays it back to Butler. Off the boot there of Pasansis. She was looking there for Christy Mogga, but the ball set up the other way and Bears come away with it here. This is the number 6 in Steph Fullwood. So coming off their own end of the field, coming away from the southern end in the first half as Schmidl. Every time she's got possession, she just looks like she's going to bring this crowd alight. Very dangerous player. We know that. We've seen that. There goes the kick along the ground. They're chasing through. But luckily there, the Cougars are there to save the day thanks to Annie Ward.
Yeah, Annie Ward's a very strong winger. Reads the play quite well. She's always safe at the back there. We've seen the Bears, when they've got the ball, they drive the ball forward really, really well, gain lots of metres, and we really need to see the Cougars now doing that with them and get a really good kick on.
So we've had 5 minutes of the second half here. 3-1. There goes the kick. It's a good grubber. The Cougars are coming through. The ball might beat everybody into touch. Well, they had the right idea, didn't they?
They did. That was fantastic. I thought it was going to get close to a 50-10 there and get possession back. Really good kick from the Cougars.
Then out to Georgie White. Bayliss. Turning it away now to Brodie Ingram. Now to Bayliss again. This time it's Holcomb. And Taylor rolls it back. Spinning it across field. They put the foot to the accelerator here. This is Knox. Nice tag. It was a tag, try-saving tackle possibly.
It was by Kemp there. She did really well to dive and grab that one.
As Treadgold now. Did well to intercept the kick. Right into her bread basket. Michaela Morales playing it away. Slowinski. This is the halfway line. You can see there from the touch line, their own cheer squad over there. The girls cheering on the squad, giving each other confidence where needed.
This will be good for them, a big confidence, getting a tap just over halfway. We'll hopefully be able to see what the Cougars can do in attack and attack the line.
So they've had their fair share of possession in this second half. Down inside the Bears' territory. Are they about to head inside the 10? This is Kemp. They come to the short side. In and away. Pollard was tagged. Deep numbers to the left-hand side of the field here for the Cougars. They go themselves to the chance out wide. Pollard! She scores in the corner. Oh, they're coming back. It's 3-2. We've got a ball game.
We do. That was a great run by Elena. She drew all those defenders in, created that space out wide for Pollard to just basically catch the ball and put it down, which was excellent.
Oh, it was fantastic play, and Pollard, that was the try they needed, and they were able to obtain 3-2 on the scoreboard. This is going to go down to the wire, definitely. And it all came on the back of possession.
It did.
Let's see what they can do here. The ball's coming back away this time to Tani Modgar. So if you're out there for the Cougars, Amy, what players are you looking forward here right now to lift?
Oh, just in our red zone, it's driving forward as hard as you can, gaining as many metres, and then a really big kick chase. We want to turn the Bears around and put them at the other end. Here goes Annie Ward down the wing, which is a fantastic run. Brilliant
run. A run of about 30 metres. Quick play to football. Are they capturing the Bears off their guard here? Philpott. She was tagged 10 metres out from the goal line. The sun's out and the Cougars are coming home late in this match. Are they about to come to the edge? They're looking this way, but the tag has come. And the Bears will come back away with it here. 5 out for their own line.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad set from the Cougars. They spread the ball from side to side, which was good. It dragged those Bears across and made their defence really slide. They just really need to hold the Bears now. The Bears get lots of metres getting out of their red zone, and the Cougars need to move up in their defence and take those metres away from them.
So Taylor Ryan, as the sun breaks out here. A partly cloudy day.
Great tag by Treadgold.
Nice crowd coming through as well. There goes the kick downfield. They're chasing. Tiberi's coming through, but this ball might have been taken over the touchline there from Annie Ward.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. Looked like it was maybe going for a 50-10 as well, so not a bad outcome.
So the Bears now with the possession, and kicking it forward now is Ryan. Finding Green. Rolling it back. Back away now to Harris. Quick hands. This is Green again. And Zoe will play it away to the left-hand side. Ryan, the ball's on the ground. And play is broken down. This time it comes back to the Cougars. Let's see what they can do. They've seen the gap. They've seen territory up towards halfway. And dropping down there was Francis. So one end of the field to the other. What an energetic match this is.
It is. This second half, it's really back and forth. Possessions, quite even. Cougars are getting a lot more ball. It's exciting.
Real energy around the ground. You can hear the crowd coming from our effects mic really getting behind these ladies here in the second match of finals day here at CX Stadium, here at Coffs Harbour. They're looking to kick. There goes the kick. They chase. Can they get it back? No, they can't. And Bayless now, she turns defence into attack. And she's tagged 10 out from her own line.
Oh, that was exciting. It's really exciting to see when someone takes on the line and puts that little kick in behind. It was a bit unfortunate. Slawinski didn't get the regather, but still have put a lot of pressure on the Bears now.
They're not going to muck around, are they, here, the Bears? They're just going to take the tap and charge forward. They've been able to make about 5 metres here. Back there now to Shamidal. She can run, we know that. Bayless down the sideline, tagged. 2 metres inside the Cougars' territory. They'll play it back to the right-hand side. Away now to Harris. Shamidal's got it. Well, she's the go-to player if anyone on the field's going to come up with a play from thin air. Look for Shamidal. She's proven that, that's for sure. That's Harris. Turning it away now to Knox. Away this time now to White. She sees pasture, but she can't get away and she's tagged. Last tackle now. Where's it going to come now? Where's Shamidal? Can't see her anywhere. There goes the kick. Ingram puts it along the ground, but this has gone halfway to the Gold Coast.
It has. This will be a good breather for the Cougars to get 7 tags, but tell you what, those Bears look very scary when they've got the ball in their hands.
So 3-2 here in favour of the Bears. Game 2 here on the main field. This is the women's 20s, live across Australia. Hope you're enjoying our coverage right around the world. Brought to you by everybody involved, Power Productions, bringing you the pictures of this live stream out here at Coffs Harbour's International Stadium.
Great
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Can they get it back? There's a chance. We could be locked up at 3-all. Oh, Hayley Kemp. Put your name up in lights.
Yeah.
It's 3-all. What a humdinger of a finish we've got here in the women's 20.
That was great work by Hayley, putting that kick in and a really good chase. That really put the pressure on the Bears, and it's paid off now with that try. So all evened it up. It's going to be a great second half of this second half here.
There's a problem down here, Amy. For one of the Bears players. I think she's rolled her ankle. She's coming off from the touchline. So not a good sign for the Bears. You don't want to see an injury like this one.
No, that doesn't look good at all. She looks like she's in a bit of pain.
Tala Tiberi not looking so good. We'll try and give you an update. Family and friends obviously watching the coverage. Just letting you know that there's the trainers and the medical staff out there assisting her. We're back to the live shot, and it's 3-all here in the second half as the Cougars. They were down at half time, but they've been able to claw their way back into this contest. Real energy coming into it.
They're starting to make really good meters coming out of their red zone. They're getting a bit of a roll on and working those Bears backwards. Bit unfortunate with that error there, though.
The Paris Knox. It's right on the halfway line. 3-all here. We've seen 6 tries in the first 16 minutes of this contest. As Paris Knox picked up a try early on in the first half. Where is she? Here she comes. Shamidal inside the 10. She's looking around for support. And the support came thanks to Barr. Now to Shamidal again. She's tagged.
The Bears have a great inside ball. They're really opening up the defence of the Cougars, taking on the line and putting it back inside.
So this is Ingram. Floats a long ball. White is on the last tackle. Tagged. Well, they had the right idea to shift it, but just not quick enough.
Yeah, not quick enough. They had one more player outside. If that link got the ball out to the winger, I think they would have been in the clear there, the Bears. The Cougars have just held on there.
So here they come again. Christy Modgar. As I mentioned, if you just tuned to the coverage, one of 2 twins going around in this match for the Cougars. Tani and Christy representing the ACT And only a way they know how. There goes the kick downfield. Straight into the basket there, a bar. Just short of halfway here. Now this is back to White. And Georgia sees daylight before the tag, dropping off her. Now to Ingram, coming short to Martin. They're just inside the Cougars' end of the field here. Alton. It's the far touchline, 3 metres in. Tag falling off Zoe Green. So they're going to shift it here. Ingram tagged.
Good defence by the Cougars. Didn't really give the Bears much option. They stopped them going forwards, and they started moving sideways, and they didn't make much ground.
So good opportunity to attack as they're about to go inside the Bears territory. That's the second. That's Pollard. It's coming across this time on Annie Ward. Looking to expect a hole runner. Well, they got the hole runner. They couldn't expect much advantage. Back away this time now to Pasansis. Out wide at a Butler. Just in from that touchline by a couple of metres. Pasansis turning it away. Slowinski. Well, she put in the kick downfield, but the referee says come back here.
Yeah, a bit too high there. A bit of pressure on her when she went to put that kick in. Didn't quite come off right. The Cougars need to really hold strong here with only a few minutes to go. Keep those Bears out and get them going sideways and not moving forwards again.
A frenetic start for the women's 20s here today. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. The women putting on an absolute spectacle across your iPhone, your iPad, your tablet, wherever you're watching this coverage. A huge day from the Australian Oztag Senior Championships coming your way. So crank up the data, grab a beverage or two, have a green tea,
Yeah.
and stay with us right throughout the afternoon. Or even a man shake. Adam McDougall would suggest a man shake, and we would also suggest a man shake.
We would.
Not just for the women,
No.
also for the men. Good to focus, and that's what we need right here, isn't it? Being able to focus like these girls are trying to do here. Their focus is trying to come up with a try in the last couple of minutes of this match. We're locked up at 3-all. It's all about stamina. It's all about mental ability. Who's going to have the most stamina? Could it be Bayliss? She's got there. It's 4-3 in the dying seconds of the match.
That was great try by
Put
the Bears.
that down to the man shake.
Absolutely. Great try by the Bears. Just created an overlap by doing a wrap and had that option to give it out wide. Really exciting.
Speaking of the man shake, are you after a man shake replay?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, here it is. Your wishes have come true, Amy. Look at that beautiful ball. And Bayliss was able to finish it off in only a way she knew how. Look at this again as we slow it down. It was great work here from forward, turning it away. But that was the ball from Schmidl across to Ryan. And Bayliss, come and get me if you can.
Yeah, that was fantastic play by the Bears. And now they've put the pressure on the Cougars a little bit with only a few minutes to go. They really need to hold their defence here, keep their line nice and strong, and get to the other end of the field.
There goes the kick. It's a wonky one. But Pollard, she's got space. They can't break free of the halfway line. So in the dying seconds of this match, we estimate we've only got over a minute to go. There's a penalty. Comes the way to the Cougars here. So let's see what they've got here in their repertoire of tricks. This is Caitlin Amos. Back there now to Banks. This is Ward. Ward trying to probe the gap.
Yeah, they did well to switch the Bears back on the inside there. And again.
That's Modgar. It's not all over yet. As Ward switches it back. Here they come again. The tag has dropped off. And a lost ball.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit unlucky for the Cougars. That the ball in their hands is what they needed for that whole set there to put the pressure on the Bears and try a score to even this match back up. They'll really need to hold them now.
The Bears here. Oh, they've lost the football.
Second chance here for the Cougars to attack the line. Hopefully get across it.
So Ward. Away to Matty Banks. And Annie Ward. Kemp got the ball from the runaround play. But Sakalos has gone without it. And the Bears capitalise. 5 out from their own line.
Oh, that was a bit of a pressure pass, a bit early in the set. They should have phased it a little bit more, but that's all right. Now they need to work on their defence.
So Georgia White have lost the ball. A few handling errors here. I don't know.
There are.
There's a little bit of, it is wet out there, although the sun's coming out, but I'd say a lot of the handling errors could be from the wetness of the pitch. There's a siren in the background, and there it is. It's all over. Here in the first game of the women's 20s, the Bears have been able to hang on and defeat the ACT Cougars by 4 points to 3.
Yeah, very close game. The Bears played really well. The Cougars did a great job in the second half to come back, and good luck to the Bears for their next game.
Indeed. Well, here they are now, the ladies going across to congratulate one another for a fantastic performance. So what we might do, Amy, we might take a break and we'll come back here to CX Stadium here at Coffs Harbour.
Welcome back to the Australian Senior Championships of 2017, the Oztag, as we see the Southern Storm go on the attack. It is the men's 20s taking on the Sydney Magic, who are defending at the moment. There's the kick down for the Magic to go and clean up. And joining me in commentary for this one is Andy Garland, one of the tournament officials. Good to have you on board, Andy.
Thanks, Mike. Great to be here.
Well, we're expecting a bit of rain today, but at the moment it's really starting to warm up here.
Yeah, look, the temperature is around about the, I'd say the 26, 27 degree mark with a little bit of a breeze. The players would be liking this at the moment. We are expecting rain. We were expecting it yesterday as well, we copped a little bit in the afternoon. However, no, the players are definitely in their element today.
All right, we're expecting a fast and frenetic pace in this one. Of course, men's 20s, certainly a lot of youth and exuberance as we see a break there made by the Magic up towards the halfway line. Their first use of the football. Smith, the man who took the tag. They go out wide early there. The pass ill-directed but picked up. So they cleaned up the scraps. And then as a party tried to dance his way down the sideline, as we see the Seagulls starting to invade the screen. You can see them there crossing the pictures. And here's a kick through for the Magic. Just didn't set up nicely there for Saunders. Picked up though by the Storm. And they repel that attacking raid there by the Sydney Magic. And the Storm have used the football once more. Interesting to see what tactics they'll play here, because it's all about field position, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Look, these guys have probably played about 5 or 6 games already through their tournaments up to the quarterfinals here. And, they've put a lot of kilometres under their belt, so that they'll be a little bit exerted, and it depends on how they've recovered over that Friday and Saturday period. But look, they can't blame it on the weather. They've got a pitch-perfect day today, so they'll be looking to get some points on the board.
So the Storm with their grabber kick through, cleaned up there at the back by the Magic. And it was as a party there who takes the ball and then earns his side a penalty as well. Referee there just signifying there that there was a bit of a shorts pull, I think. So that'll be a penalty, and the Magic now will work it out from their own danger zone with a structured set of play. Ball back on the inside, just trying to go for those quick hit-ups. And it was Last there who hits the advantage line before taking the tag. They come down the short side. The Magic up towards the halfway line. Little grabber kick there through. Winning the race to the football. Look for an offload. Can't find one. It does eventually. It'll stick, and it'll be the opening try of the match going to Sydney Magic. And in the end, it was Sam Marks who crosses the stripe to open up the scoring.
Absolutely unreal. Look, nothing hard about that play. Just a nice little chip through and pass over to his right. And look, he used the forces there to pull the ball back into his hands. And we've got the first try on the board.
So the Sydney Magic lead the Southern Storm, who hail from Queensland. So a bit of a state versus state type of affair going on here as we see the replay action with thanks to the man shake. Here's the grubber kick through. Seemingly nothing doing there. It was Saunders. In fact, it was Witu, I beg your pardon, who put the kick through and then links up with Marks.
He uses a force. It'll come back into my hands. Here we go. Down we go. Not a problem.
He was always so confident, wasn't he? He was just juggling, toying around with it. Now, we've got a line dropout, so the restart's obviously gone dead.
It's a big kick.
It was a big dropout too, and that now sees the Southern Storm work it out from their own territory. But they're back over the halfway line now, and then just a little trip. So easy pickings there for the defence to make the tag there on Squires. Now the Storm with a bit of work to do. They trail by 1 in the opening minutes here. Plenty of time left to go in this one, though, as they work it inside of Magic territory for the first time this morning. A ball away there from Biscoe. They've turned it over. That's unfortunate. They would have been looking, Andy, there just to have a controlled set and ask a few questions.
Yeah, correct. Look, the captain would just be saying, let's just complete our set, get down the other end, and let's put some pressure on. And unfortunately, they come up with a drop ball. And now the Sydney Magic are capitalising on that.
Well, they're looking to go on with it here. Gentle went through a great break there, beat a few players with a bit of a hip swerve, and eventually got the ball deep inside of Storm territory. Still a couple of tags up their sleeve now for the Magic as they work it back through the centre corridor. A directed pass there, picks up Ferro. He takes the tag. Still a couple to roll out in this set for the Magic as they see a ball picked up by Witu. He put the grubber kick through again. They're going to have to mark up on him and earns a penalty as well for the Magic. So it was deep in the tag counters there as well. So that's a costly blow there for the Storm.
Look, the Sydney Magic are about to fire the torch here, I think. Nice few easy sets up, and they're going to apply some pressure.
So Gentle takes it. Last at acting half, shows it. Ball back on the inside. They come across now. Little show and go through Witu. He's the X factor, no doubt about it. He's really already put his name up in lights so far, and they only had a few minutes of this game so in this morning as they come across to the left-hand side. Nice little run there. Last goes straight through with a big man with a show and go. They held off, and he went straight through the Sydney Heads.
Another play, which there wasn't really too much on, just a bit of speed, a bit of show and go by the big fella, and a missed tag opportunity, and in this game, a missed tag is a try.
So well done there to Big Will. Big Willie last. Here's the man shank replay. And that pass away there goes into the hands of Last, and he just saw it open up and said, I'll go through for a stroll and take it to a 2-0 advantage for the Storm over the Magic. As we're seeing now the Storm working it out, rather the Magic working out from their own territory. So it is, of course, the Sydney Magic 2 leading the Storm 0. And it's been a great start for the Magic so far. The ball sent across field, and looks like it'll be a great break down the field there by Jones, but in the end he was tagged about on the halfway line. So a bit of work to do for the Magic, and they're starting to weave a bit of that magic with a big overlap out to their right-hand side. Grab a kick there through, should be cleaned up by the Storm. So in the end, they couldn't produce another try-scoring rate, and the Storm will be thankful of that because they haven't had a lot of use of the football in opposition territory.
Yeah, correct. Look, we're only probably at the 7 to 10 minute mark. Look, the Storm won't be too worried about 2 tries, but look, now's the time where they need to start applying pressure like they are now down the right-hand side. He's going all the. He's still going. He's just been caught on the. That's a 10-metre mark.
Yeah, Usher, the man who set the ball deep down inside of Magic territory. Now this is the Storm with their first real good crack at them. What can they do? A try, much needed. Bit of a show and go there. No way through there for Smith. He'll eventually take the tag. This is the last for the Storm. Grab a kick through there. It's landed back into the hand of the Storm, but they took a deflection as well. Referee has probably the right call to make to turn it over here.
Unfortunately, just ran out a bit of room. The winger, he was through, but he did get tagged, so he just threw it off the sideline. So unfortunately for them, they now need to defend down the other opposition's territory.
They'd like to force an error here, and almost did though, but it was cleaned up in the end by the Magic. So as a party there, picks up the scraps. He'll be tagged about 15 out from his own line. Oh, nice little breakthrough here. This is not what the Storm needed. They were trying to pin them down, but in saying that, the ball's been picked up off the deck. It's floated forward. It'll be changed over here to the Storm. They'll get the football back just short of the halfway line there, Andy.
Very unfortunate. That who was that? That was Smith with a bit of hip work. All the winger had to do was catch it, and I think he was away. Very unfortunate for the Magic there.
So the Storm now, they trail by 2. Long way to go on this one, but they no doubt about it want to be next to score as they come across to the left-hand side. Change of direction now. Grab a kick there. It's a race to the football. We2 pushed away, picked up in the end there by Schmeeke, and he's going to claim a try here.
Yeah, you have a look at the referee here. What is he going to do? He's blowing at the spot, and that's a try.
Well, it was the 2 fast men coming together there in a race to the football, and Schmeeke there outpaces We2. A little contest for the ball. We'll hopefully have a little look at that later, but in the end, we'll in fact look at it now with thanks to the man shake replay. Here's the action, Andy. Talk us through it.
Got the number 8. Bit of a nice kick through. Now there's a step out there, so he's called play on. Both contesting the ball. Oh, look, it could have gone both ways there, but the referee Steve McKinley has instructed that they're both going for the ball, and a try's been awarded.
So 2-1 now. The Magic leading the Storm. And they're going to try and fight their way back into this one quite quickly as they go on the attack. The Storm, though, the tag was taken just short of that halfway line. Shapes the kick, but then passes instead, trying to find an overlap on the right-hand fringe. Storm still trapped inside their own territory. A short grubber kick here, hoping to get the ball back, but had a little bit too much onto it, and now it's into the hands of We2. You don't want to give him space to move. He'll make you pay. He takes the tag for the Magic, and they have it about 30 metres out from the Storm line. Little grubber kick through there. Quick to resort to the grubber kicks here this morning.
Fantastic try. McIlroy's taken a page out of We2's book with a little chip and chase there. Regathered and a fantastic try. Well done to the Sydney Magic.
Yeah, great work there by McIlroy. As you said, just the grubber kicks are really proving to be the X factor, and they're so hard to defend against as we watch it on the man shake replay.
Just a nice easy step there. Here he goes to play it. Now he's got his options to the left and the right. You can see him on the right hand side here as he takes it. There's not much going out there on the right, so he comes back into the left. Unlucky, a missed tag, regather, and a nice right hand step there. And over to the corner, a fantastic dive. Ball's down first, great try.
So the Magic back to that 2-try advantage now. 3-1 they lead the Storm. We're into the first half here of the Australian Senior Championships 2017 at CX Stadium. It is the men's 20s. And we hope you're enjoying the action with thanks to the Man Shake, bringing you our broadcast right throughout the day. Big cheerio call to Adam McDougall and all the team at the Man Shake. As the kick has taken a deflection and gone over the sideline. You
ever had a man shake?
No, but Bill's going to line me up. We were talking about it earlier.
You know what? Dukes has done a good job with his line there. I've tried them once, and look, they're nice. They're actually an intriguing drink to have. And as you work out and do your fitness and bits and pieces, look, it gives you a revitalisation. So good on him.
Yeah, I think the key to it as well is you follow the program. So it's not just about simply just having a drink. If you follow the program, the routine, you'll see the rewards as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a kick that's just been a little bit too deep, so they'll come back for the restart for the Sydney Magic as they work it out from their own territory. They lead by 3-1. And the humidity will start to play a factor as we see a big show and go and a yawning gap as they streak down the field. Smith shows them a clean pair of heels. He'll go all the way and score the try. And that pushes the lead further out in front. It's now 4-1. The Magic leading the Storm.
Fletcher Smith, fantastic run. He's got some speed, that boy. That hat backwards, mate, bit of aerodynamics. It
was a great run to the sideline by Fletcher, run to the try line, I should say, by Fletcher Smith. Seemingly from nothing as well as we see the man shake replay.
He's on his 10-metre mark. He's run 60 metres for this try. You can see him pushing through the paces there, taking plenty of breath, and down he goes. Fantastic try.
The chase was coming, the cavalry. You could hear them on his heels, but he had the stamina to go the distance. And it's now 4-1, the Magic leading the Storm. We've seen the Storm, we know that they can produce some good plays, so they just need more use of the football, attacking the line. And let's hope that we can see a thrilling finish to this one as well. Plenty of time to go as we count down towards the halftime siren. Now it's with the Magic once more. No room there for Hardy to slice his way through. Last, the try scorer sends it across field. He's back into open spaces, Big Willie, but this time the tag was made, so he'll have to go play back on the mark. Still some 25 metres out from the Storm line. The Magic, another grubber kick. It's taken a deflection. Will the referee restart the count? He's not looking like he will, so this will be the last. Hardy will play it back. Away it goes to Weetu. Show and go. Puts the grubber kick through there. Nicely diffused there by the Storm. And going into open spaces, Burat there, up over the halfway line. Still going, evades the first line of defence, gets an offload away. Now they're into open space, the Storm. Well, this has been a great retaliation to that set by the City Magic. They find themselves now deep inside opposition territory.
Look, that's a spark they needed. Look, a bit of fire in his belly, and off he goes. He's passed out to the left, and they're and now they're in a good position to get some points on the board.
So the Storm now. Ball back on the inside. Trying to attack the left-hand fringe. Running at the line with pace there. Couldn't find a way through with Squires. So they come back across. Inviting the Magic to come up at them, and they do. They take the tag. Quick run out of acting half and almost all the way to the line, but the tags have come off, so this will be the last. They've turned it over without really asking too many big questions, but now I guess the assignment is to hold them down there.
Yeah, look, this could still go either way. I mean, the 4-1, the scoreline doesn't really monitor this match. They're still at each other, and the Storm definitely haven't given up.
There was Weetu threatening to go through, but they got him quickly. Can't afford to let that fast fly into open space. There's a grubber kick there. A nicely weighted one going for the 50-10. It doesn't have the angle towards it, but it will turn them Storm around and have them camped inside their own territory. Well, not if you can beat the first line of defence, it won't, because that was a great kick return there by the Storm. Now they spread it across field through the middle corridor. Quick show and go, bit of Harlem Globetrotter stuff as they work it right towards the fringes. And eventually Burat there takes the tag as they come back through the middle. Little dance, little weave there by Squires. He got a pass away. Just short of the halfway line now the Storm have it. Trailing by 3. Want to be the next to score. This ball's hit the deck. Referee allows play to continue. That one might have floated forward. Still says play on. And the Storm have it now just meters inside of opposition territory. Away they go to the right-hand side. Ball back on the in. Accelerates at the line. Goes through a gap, but then it closes. And they find it about 15 metres out from the Magic line on the last. Calls a player back on the inside. And that'll be a changeover. Not sure if they realised it was the last or whether they were just looking to camp it down deep in territory.
Yeah, look, he's very unlucky to not get away with that. He was going towards that try line and just ran out of room. And so he had no option but to take the tag.
Well, we see it sometimes happening in the modern game of NRL. If you can just take the tackle, or in this case tag, close to the opposition line and camp them down there, it's not such a bad play.
Yeah, correct. So now these guys are going to have to work out now. But to that sideline, this guy's got some pace.
There's Azzopardi trying to find his way through the sideline, but good defence there by the Storm. Kept him there. Little grubber kick there through from Sellers. He got the ball back, but the tag was taken. This is the last for the Magic now. A deep backline set. There's the X factor, Weetu. They got the pass away, can't handle it though. It goes over the sideline. So well done to the Storm there. They held their line, they held their nerve, and they hold the Magic out. 4-1 is the lead to the Sydney Magic over the Southern Storm from Queensland. There's a penalty. They'll welcome that with open arms, the Queenslanders. That sun now starting to beam down on CX Stadium. Oh, that's a lost ball. Unfortunate. As we draw close to the halftime break. Big chance here for the Magic here, Andy. But of course, the Storm, they really need to defend very gallantly here.
Yeah, that's right. And look, they've got a very, very strong defensive pack. They're not looking to give up lightly. But as you said before, this Magic side has got plenty of attack in them, and these guys are going to go to the end, I think.
Saunders, show and go. No room there. Still has the ball in hand. Finds We2. Then he gets an offload away. Finds Halikas. He'll be tagged about 9 metres out from the opposition try line. It'll grab a kick once more. Leading the race to the ball, but the referee's calling it back. So this time they go through to We2. It'll be the last. Puts a grubber kick through for himself again. But the tags come off. It'll be a changeover. So well done to the Storm for holding him out there.
Again, nice defence. Very lucky to grab that tag simultaneously as the ball was kicked through to not give him the advantage to play on.
So the Storm, will they look for an early clearing kick here? And there's the one I was just expecting. A good chase through coming forward as well. We2 gets back there. But they've done well to claim him quickly. And this will be the chance to hold them out. And there's the siren sound in the background. So there'll be no further advancement to the scoreboard in the first half. It is 4-1, the Magic leading the Storm in the men's 20s. Australian Senior Championships for 2017 here at CX Stadium. As we see the Storm make their way back to the halftime huddle. And let's watch the first half highlights with thanks to the Manshake replay. Andy, here's the first try.
Well, here's our guy, Smith. No, sorry, it's not Smith. This is We2, the X Factor. A nice chip and chase for himself. And a nice right-hand pass over to his wing. Uses the force to bring it back in. And Marks will score that try. That was to take us to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we talk about We2 being that X Factor. He really stamped his authority early. Here he is playing the ball, and here comes the second try for the Magic.
Again, over the left. Down to the big fella, William last, and yes, we know he will. He will last, and he'll put that ball down for that try. Nice, easy try. Nothing much to it, but look, as we said, that missed tags are tries in this game.
And this was a good one, too, for the Storm to get their first on the board. A grubber kick through and a race to the football.
Yeah, Jacob Schmeek, both going for the ball. That's how the referee must have seen that. They're both attacking for the ball, and the try's been scored. And, that was them, hitting back, showing them that they're still in the game, and that's what these guys need to do.
Well, the Magic were next to score and just pushed that lead a little bit further once more.
As we talked about before, you can see him go to the right here. This is McIlroy. Puts a little chip and chase through, and the regather was just beautiful. He had the option there to pass out to his left. Kept going that missed tag, and the second missed tag, and ball down. Great try.
And here comes the final try for the first half. We're not too far away from a resumption of play.
This is where the missed tag, and you'll watch him go. This is Smith. You can see the determination in his eyes. Sucking in those big breaths to get away from his opposition, and scores in the corner right in front of the box.
Yeah, they were closing in on him. That's the Manshake replay halftime highlights as we're back to live action now. The kickoff just only moments ago, and here's the ball with Marks taking it out for the Magic as they work it out from the southern end of CX Stadium. You can see the sunshine really beaming down here. There was forecasts for showers, possibly could still happen later in the day, but at the moment it is picture perfect conditions.
Well, the forecast right now is showing 22 degrees with cloud cover, and look, I don't see any of that. Put at least another 5 or 6 degrees on that.
And there's a chance there gone begging there for Marks. They send the ball out. They just couldn't hold on to it, but the tag was actually taken, so they'll come back and play it for the last here for the Magic. There's the grubber kick through from McIlroy. It's bit of ping pong stuff here. Looks like beach volleyball as they then kick again down towards Storm territory. And this will be on the back of the second kick, a good outcome for them to have the Storm trapped down inside their own territory.
The Sydney Magic team must have had the coach drilling into them, because they've got plenty of fire going into this second half.
Well, the Storm now with a difficult assignment to work it out from their own red zone. They look to go left early and try and find some opportunities out wide. Certainly got them out of trouble as they bring it closer towards the halfway line. So it's the men's 20s. Magic 4 leading the Storm 1. And we're just inside the opening stages of the second half. A little sloppy handling error there sees the Magic come back up with the ball just inside of Storm territory. Well, we know the Storm aren't out of it yet, but they've just got to take it to another level if they're going to narrow that margin.
That's right. Look, this Sydney Magic team has now taken it to a new level. That means that both teams, the Storm team now needs to rise, and also the referee needs to rise as well.
There's a handling error from the Magic, so they'll take that with welcome arms, the Storm, as they cross over the halfway line. Plenty of tags left in this set for the Storm to narrow that margin. Still no open space here. The Magic just holding their line, but they haven't held it well enough because the Storm's gone straight through and they'll grab a try out of nothing, it would seem. Good work there. They just held off. The gap opened, and in the end there it was a great opportunity for Alex Mitchell to stroll over and score.
It's a fantastic try. Plenty of options in the centre of the field. And as we'll come through to the Manshake replay, to show that the ball player had about 3 or 4 options to go with. And as he passes out and steps through the line and puts his mate in to score.
All right, so we're back underway here. There's the kick. Fielded there by the Storm. So it's 4-2. And whilst it's still a match-winning lead at the moment, you'll think for the Magic, the Storm are coming. Can they narrow the margin? They now have it just short of the halfway line. Well, this men's 20s clash is proving to be a very exciting one. This kick might be just too strong, though. And it's going to roll it end over end. Come back for a 7-tag set for the Magic.
Yeah, correct. Just a little bit poor play there. Maybe they were a little bit tired, but this is going to give the Sydney Magic what they need to get out of their half. With the 7 tackles is definitely it. So they'll run their sets out, and then they'll start to put on some plays through the centre of the field to get down to their try line.
Alicus got away to week 2. Now they come out through Saunders. It'll show and go. Picks up Sellers. He doesn't have much room to move, so he sends it back to Saunders. Now back again to Alicus, but the tag was made, so we'll come back and reverse all that. Hit the rewind button. Now the way they go this time. Little grabber kick there through early by Saunders. Leads the chase to the football. Regathers, but tag taken. Gets a penalty as well. So this is alarm bells ringing for the Storm right now. The Magic looking dangerous. Halicus takes the tap. Away goes through to week 2. Week 2 slices through, but the tag was taken, so he'll come back and play it on the mark. This is the Magic now looking dangerous as they threaten the Storm line. Away it comes to the left-hand side. Through to Saunders. He found an offload. Show and go there by Halicus. Another grubber kick through there. Reaches up high for the ball. The referee's going to come back and...
He's going to call a late tag here. So the first tag was late. And so where he picked it up for the second one, he's going to call the play on there. So they'll get another 6 here.
Well, there's plenty of pressure building on the Storm at the moment. Halicus went without the ball. Picked up there by Wutu. He cleaned up the scraps. Sellers an acting half now. Way to Jones. Jones there with a little swivel. Couldn't find a way through, so we'll play it back to Halicus once more. Smith. Wutu calls a man on the inside, Halicus, but then it elects to go the other way through to Saunders, who then found half a gap, but it closed just quickly. And the Storm defending sturdily here on their own try line. Just short of line there was Jones. Thought he was done enough to get through. Now to week 2, show and go. And a bit of pressure there. Well done to the Storm. They've held them out and then forced the error.
It's a fantastic play by the Storm. They knew that they were on there their defensive line there, and they need to do something, pull something out of the bag, and they definitely have put a bit of pressure on to cause a knock-on.
They're effectively playing for the match there, because if they went to a 5-2 advantage, it was going to be a very long way back from there. So they've done well, the Storm, to hold them out. Can they now turn defence into attack as they bring it up towards the halfway line?
Be pretty confident to say that Storm needs to score here. We're starting to tick into the second half. Everyone's getting tired. There's going to be some missed tags coming up soon. Storm need to get on the board.
So they come across to the left-hand side. Just takes the tag there. Maybe they weren't set for the play they wanted. This time a little grabber kick through there. It's going to almost sit up nicely, but just short.
A great option. Still had just a little bit too much weight on that kick. If it popped up, it would have been a completely different story.
So there's the restart for the Magic as Halikas takes it away. Referee says full tag count has been restarted. A long looping pass out there to the wing. Picked up Jones. He tried to beat his opposite, but down a very short side. Had not a lot of room to operate, and he'll take the tag. Through to Smith now. Got away to Saunders. Weetu back in the hands of Smith. Then he got it further through to Sellers. Sellers into open space. We know he's got a big motor on him. Little grabber kick through to the inside. Players chasing through. And who's there? It's Weetu. But it's not going to be awarded.
Oh, no, as Gus Gould would say. It was unreal. The whole thing was set up perfect. All he had to do was put it down. Very, very unlucky for the Sydney Magic.
There was plenty of class about it. Just not the final finish that was needed. As now we see the Storm breathe a big sigh of relief and work it out from their own territory. They come across to the left-hand side. I keep saying it, they need to be next to score. They're going for a kick here. I'd say he was looking for a 50-10, just didn't have the right angle on it. And it'll be picked up there by the Magic, and they'll bring it back out from their own territory with a bit of interest as well, with Welch beating the first line of defence. So it's going to be a real game of field position in the closing stages here, Andy.
So the Magic won't sit and cry about that missed opportunity for a try. They'll take confidence out of that. They're still looking very fresh. The calls are coming from the sideline to keep putting the pressure on, and that's exactly what they're doing.
So Sellers there takes the tag. Lays it back to Jones. Cross field, they come through to Saunders, who went through a gap. Saunders now with a step and brought down about 15 short of the line. Quick play, they come across to the right-hand side where they got the numbers, but the ball's hit the deck, then lost forward. So it will be another get out of jail for the Southern Storm.
They're very lucky to get away with that. This could be 6-2 right now. But they still survive another day, and they bring it out from the 10.
So can the Queenslanders revel in these humid conditions? The Storm have a bit of work to do as they come out from their own territory. Here's the early kick. This one looking good for the sideline. Not sure if it's going to be a 50-10 though. Nonetheless, it will turn them around and hopefully for the Storm's sake trap them deep down inside their own territory. So Big Willie last to roll us back underway. Kicking game will be the difference in this one, I feel, Andrew.
You're going to be, yeah, look, you're definitely right, Mike. It's the kicking game is definitely going to come into play. Their options, the Sydney Magic options, they've just got so many options going on. They've got 3 or 4 per play that they can go with. And unfortunately, it puts the Magic under immense pressure. Just like right now, they've kicked it through, not for a 50-10, but just to gain possession down there. And they'll tag him down on his 10-metre line.
So it's a very good tactical play there for the Magic, and finds the Storm deep down inside their own territory. A missed tag there, a claim for a penalty, and eventually they'll get one.
Now the Storm are hurting now. There's 6 players that were trying to walk back on side when their guy was tagged down on the 10-metre line. They need to either sub it off or change some tactics here, because the Sydney Magic are definitely capitalising on it.
So now the Storm trying to find a way through. This time not going for the early kick. They're playing a bit of safety first. as they bring it out, looking for a change of direction now, trying to send it across to the fringes. Oh, that's a good step, but the tag was equally good. Stopped him in his tracks. It was a try saver. They come across to the right-hand side this time. Lets the ball sing across the back line. Just want to show some composure here, but in saying that, a little grubber kick possibly ruled as knocked on by the Magic. No, referee just waiting for the call here. Referee's going to come back and give it to the Magic just inside of Storm territory. So, yeah, unfortunately, that composure that I was just commenting on for the Storm, it wasn't forthcoming. Just a little hit and hope grubber kick there really cost them in the end.
Well, look, there wasn't really much going on, and Alex Sitton had the ball, and he just wanted to try to do something with it. Unfortunately, he knocked it on instead of kicking it through, and it could have been a completely different story if he did get a foot to that ball. But look, I don't rule them out still yet. The Storm, they're still confident. They're still their defence is still very good. We just need to see them onto the board next.
So now we have the Storm working it out from their own territory, looking to go left early here. Just seem to be working it from sideline to sideline and trying to find a way through. There's some good meters, and there's a way through. Looking for a ball back on the inside, finds a man in support, and they're back in business through Josh Walker. 4-3 now, the Magic leading the Storm.
Fantastic try. Now, majority of that work was done by Corey Pye, and just had an option on the end, which was Josh Walker to finish it off for him.
So they're taking this one down to the wire, the Storm. You were just mentioning before, as we see the man shake replay, that they're not out of it yet if they can be next to score, and they were. Here it is.
He's got another option here, chooses to go with him once, doesn't do it, and then the second pass out to the wing, and fantastic try.
So back with the live action now as we see the Storm working it out from their own territory. 4-3. A nail-biting finish shaping up here. The Magic have controlled large passages of this match, but the Storm have just run with them, and they haven't given up. They're forcing it down to a nail-biting finish as they send across to the left. Bit of opportunity up there for them as well. Grubber kick through. This one is going to go for the sideline. I feel that maybe that desperation for catch-up football is working against them at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. But look, in saying that, there's been great discipline by both teams. They are a testament to Steve McClinley, who's the referee, that there hasn't been many penalties, just a few just to keep him in line, but nothing to do with any aggression. So great work to the coaches and both teams for just wanting to play general footy. That's what we want to see from the men's 20s, plenty of quick plays.
So we too played the ball. Now away they come. Back up towards the halfway line through Smith. Go for a quick scoot out of half was Hallekas. Offloaded there to We2. They send the ball singing across the back line. No room there for them. The Storm now, they're really playing with the right intensity to try and hold them out and draw level. That's the assignment for the Southern Storm at the moment. The Magic, they just need to make sure the scoreboard doesn't work against them, and they've got victory in their sights. Saunders now takes the tag. 4-3, the Magic leading the Storm, moving into the closing stages of this second half. A try here is just what the Storm need. Plenty of territory to cover, though. They find themselves just short of the halfway line. Really looking for someone to really step up and make one of those game-winning plays for the Storm.
That's what we need. Look, we just need a little bit more spark coming out of them. We just saw it before.
There's a nice little gap there, but the tag was made in the end. So the Storm still with a couple of tags up their sleeve. Little grubber kick there through. They'll pick it up here, and referee is going to rule a penalty. And
so what McKinley's shown here is that the kicker kicked the ball, but one of his teammates was in front of him, and so he's called him for offside.
And it's unfortunate. And just again, that Southern Storm kicking game, not quite to the standard it needs to be if they're going to pull one out here. We see a grubber kick there through from McIlroy. He picks up the ball, McIlroy, and this should be the icing on the cake. The referee, though, still standing downfield, just waiting to see what he's going to do here. Receiving plenty of...
They're pleading their case. You know what? I think he's going to give this. He's going to call a late tag after the ball's been kicked, regathered, and the ball's down. Great try.
So Talon McIlroy grabs his second and takes it out to 5-3 now. The Magic leading the Storm. And he's been one to watch with the grubber kicks, hasn't he? He's threatened all morning.
As you've mentioned throughout the entire broadcast here for this game, that kicking has been the factor that has separated the men from the boys, and very unfortunate for the Storm that they're just, every single time they've had a roll on, something's just stopped them. And very unfortunate for them, but they should take a lot of great confidence out of this. And it's still, look, it's 5-3.
So the Magic now, with what you would expect to be a lead that's good enough to see them to victory, but it's not over until the siren sounds, as we all know. So Magic 5-3. Can they seal it out with another one, or can the Storm pull off a miraculous get-out-of-jail job? They've got a bit of work to do here, but they go down the sideline. Ball flung back on the inside.
Look at that. He's had millimetres to work with. If he got that through, look, it'd be unreal.
So the Magic will restart us. At the moment now, they just need to play safety football at a two-try advantage in the closing stages of the second half. They'd have to be their own worst enemy if they were to squander the lead from here. So they find themselves still inside their own territory, but again, just playing a fairly disciplined brand of football. Had a player outside, but elected not to use it. Hardy knew that it was safer to take the tag, and eventually gets a pass away, but a shorts pull there earns them a penalty as well. So here's the restart off the penalty. Away it goes for the Magic to send it across field through to Marks. 5-3, the Magic leading the Storm. They come across to the centre of the corridor through Smith, who then dances and weaves his way through, links up with a player in support. Marks goes for the spectacular dive over. The judges will give him a high score on the diving stakes, and the referee gives him a try on the board.
You know what, that's exactly what Storm didn't need, but let me tell you, Sydney Magic are absolutely unreal. Smith with his hips, a little ballerina. He must have been one when he was a bit younger. Those turn of the hips it just makes getting those tags just so much harder. And with his speed as well, he's been able to get all the way down on the right-hand side and then pass a nice ball out to Marks to seal that deal.
So on the Manshake scoreboard, it's now Sydney Magic 6, leading the Southern Storm 3. And it has been a very strong performance here by the Magic as they now work it out from their own territory. They're not finished yet, the boys from South Sydney, as they get up towards the halfway line. Through to Weetu now. Sends it across field. Ball out to the right-hand edge of attack. Can't find a way through, so they'll take the tag. Comes across to the right-hand side. Another grabber kick there through from McIlroy. He hasn't finished yet. He's been asking plenty of questions with that deft little grubber kick. This time, though, it angles towards the sideline. The Storm get the football back.
They're very lucky there. Get out of jail, and here comes a siren. They got one more play here. It won't make too much difference, but look, let them take a bit of confidence out of this.
So there's the full-time siren sounding in the background. We've still got the final play unfolding. The Storm maybe won a consolation try from deep inside their own territory. Well, it's opened up here for them. And then a grubber kick has been deflected away. We too will clean up the scraps. It's a little bit sloppy from here. Referee still allowing play to continue. Eventually over the sideline will go. And that'll be all she wrote for the men's 20s clash between the Sydney Magic and the Southern Storms. Sydney Magic advancing 6-3. A comfortable win in the end. The Storm, though, not to be disgraced, they gave it a strong fight.
No, look, as I said before, they're just very, very unfortunate that as they get a roll on, that something would happen. And unfortunately, that was their game. As soon as they get a bit of a hiccup in their game, that the Magic would take advantage of it. But look, great testament to both teams. There was plenty of flow there. great testament to the referee for letting that flow happen. And congratulations to the Magic, which will go through to the next round.
So there's the congratulations all round, and that's one of the great things we see at all the Oztag matches, whether it be at local park level or at national tournament level. There's always good camaraderie.
Yeah, that's right. And look, Jeff, as you can see, Jeff Hardy in the middle there, the coach of the Sydney Magic team, and he would have been drumming into his boys to stay confident